Well, my friends, it's literally only been about 2 months, and I'm all ready to hand off the title and keys to a new owner. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Car Rant. My name is Nick Lanza, and if you're new around here, we do builds, reviews, and candid conversation about cars. So if that sounds interesting to you, consider subbing, and let's get into today's video. I have owned this 1995 black Toyota Celica GT for the better part of 2 months, but unfortunately, it's time for me to part ways. Don't get it twisted, it's not because the vehicle's bad or anything like that, it's just I need a truck, and I gotta move on from this car in order to get back into a truck, especially now that we're moving into the deeper parts of winter. Sure, I have my Pajero, and it's an amazing off-road machine, but unfortunately, due to the fact that it still needs a distributor and an ECU, means that it's still on the bench. That said, because I've got my new business and I need to be able to go get people's stuff and deliver to them, I need to let the Celica go so I can have something a little bit more functional for what I'm doing. It's not because the car is bad. Don't get it twisted. It is an amazing machine. I'm going to be very sad to see it go because it is a fantastic car. But unfortunately, I just need that truck more. So truth be told, we're actually giving the new owner of this a ton of stuff. Namely, they get the very new, very fresh NK wheels with the Yokohama tires. They get to have everything that already came with this car when I bought it. They had the radio, phone mount, all of that. But in here, I've left them a lovely gift of all the parts that I have for this car. So the KYBs that we never did get to install because we thought we were gonna go coils. Moog parts down there. This I left with them so they know what part to replace. A clamp, oil, even some Prestone coolant, that way they can continue to bleed the system if they need to. And of course, everything they need for an oil change, minus the pan. It's gonna be sad to see this thing go because there was so much potential here. Super clean shell. I washed down the interior a little bit. It's a little bit messy still, but for what he's getting and the price he's getting it at, it's getting a very good deal still. And of course, while it sucks for me that I won't have a fun toy car anymore, I at least know that I am lined up to get my hands on something that will help with my life and will still be modifiable, still be able to do stupid stuff with, but also make it entirely my own and very functional for everything that I have going on in my life right now. But that said, once we change hands and that title has his name on it and I have my money, we're going straight to Maryland. We're not going to end this episode on a downer note. We're going to end it on one where it's like, yes, this happened, but we had something better coming up the pipeline, and I'm excited to see if we can get this done tonight. Hello everybody, proudly presenting my 1988 Mitsubishi Mighty Max 2-wheel drive. This thing's in great shape. There's a little bit of rust here and there, nothing super major, mostly superficial, but it's in great shape. It needs some work. Let's be honest, all right? It's not a perfect car. I tend to not buy those. But all in all, this thing is in fantastically good condition. The interior is almost mint. The seat needs a little bit of love here and there, but otherwise this thing looks almost showroom ready on the inside. Into the truck. Oh, it's just cozy in here. No power steering. Horn doesn't seem to work. 5-speed on the floor. Got the old school, push button turn and slide in to get rid of the parking brake. Prime the engine. Fires up on the first try. No problem. For something that's 250,000 miles, this is healthier than some of the cars that had far less mileage. I'm just gonna put that out there. This thing is in great shape, and it's honestly pretty good on gas too. We drove from Frederick, Maryland, Fort Detrick roughly, all the way here and haven't even hit, a quarter tank of gas usage. It's pretty good. I just want to drive it. I don't even want to sit here and keep doing this video. I just want to go. Because it's such an easy truck to drive. I will say one really odd quirk about this truck is the fact that it doesn't have a tachometer at all. Like, it's all based on feel, which for me is totally not an issue. I love driving by feel. It's just, for someone getting into the vehicle for the first time, it's kind of a weird sensation. It's not like an immediately, oh, okay, this is how this works kind of sensation. It takes a little getting used to. And of course, I have to laugh because it's the same blue interior as the Pajero. What is nice is there are ports for things to be added later. So if I wanted to add, say, fog lights, I have a space for it. If I wanted to add a button for some fun stuff, per se, there's space for it. This steering wheel, given that there's no airbags, means that we can finally put in a detachable steering wheel. And I hate to say it, but for this truck, we're gonna need one, just because of the fact that the locks in this thing, while they work kind of funny. So there's that. The truth is this is easily one of the best decisions I've made in a long time. I've only owned this a week as of this filming, and I've already put 500-600 miles on it, just moving stuff, closing up shop in other locations, getting things done. It's truly a workhorse, and one that I have needed on this channel for a long time. Sure, we had issues trucking, it's done us well, but at the same time, it's now facing some serious rust issues. In fact, it is the rustiest vehicle we've ever had on the channel now. And that says something given how many cars we've had from the 80s and 90s here. This truck may not be perfect. In fact, for many people, this thing might be seen as a piece of junk. But this truck has a lot to offer. For one thing, it has a 4G under the hood. Not necessarily a 4G63 like we expect, but it is a G63B, which is basically a single cam 8-valve 4G. Knowing that we basically ended up with another 4G, even though we just lost our big boy 4G, is kind of funny to me. But at the same time, it means that we're gonna have some fun, because I want to turn this thing into an extremely cool, chic, fun, interesting, but also an extremely sturdy, good workhorse for my business. Some of our goals include getting a second engine that we can actually build up from the ground up as basically a 0-mile motor, getting it tuned, bigger carbs, stuff like that. Definitely going to be doing some custom suspension. That way we can still go to shows with this, get some 3-piece for this thing. There's plenty that we can still do that is reminiscent of the old ways of the 90s JDM, but also reminiscent of lowrider culture. While I myself am not necessarily a mini truck aficionado, some of the guys in the club are, and you'll see them a little more often here on the channel, helping with this build, giving some ideas, helping bring parts, etc. We still have the gold S13 sitting in that garage waiting for us to find the rat's dead body somewhere. We still have Ian's S13 that's now a red hatch that is also sitting somewhere. We got some projects to finish up and clean up, but don't worry, we're gonna get them done. And this new chapter, if you will, even though it's still season 10, it's not season 11 until April. There's a lot that's going to happen very, very quickly and shortly. Since this episode is airing after Christmas, we hope you had a fantastic holiday with your family, and we hope to see you in the next year. 2023 is literally right around the corner as of this airing. It might even be New Year's Eve, I don't remember. But with that said, God bless y'all. We appreciate each and every one of you for sticking by us, checking out our content every so often, and saying what's up in the comment section. And if you're interested, you should check out some of these videos we got floating around over here, because, you know, these are big deals for us this past season. And without further ado, we'll see you guys later. Peace. I'm gonna get my hide inside because it's flipping cold, man. It's like 11 degrees out here right now. Holy moly.